up, guys? I'm Uriel Soto and welcome back to another video. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a header and footer in Elementor. Now I did do this last year, same time, but I know that a lot of you guys did have some questions and I just kind of wanted to go back to it. So a lot of you guys told me that the nav menu wasn't working anymore. I did test it out and it is still working. I'm going to show you guys how to use that. And then I also have a different method of creating the header as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys that. So in total, I'm going to be showing you guys two methods. One method is is a new one that I haven't showed you guys before, and then the second one is the one that I showed you guys in my last. It's probably not my last video, but it's my video where I went over the header and footer, and it's just going to be revised and updated. So first thing that you're going to need to do is make sure that you have all these plugins downloaded. I will end up activating this one when we do the second method to create a header. And I'll also be showing you guys how to create the footer as well, but that will be kind of towards the end of the video. But I'm focusing more on the header because I feel like that's what you guys have the most questions on. So just download these plugins. Not going to get really too much into it. Just go ahead and do that. And then what you're gonna need to do is make sure that you have your menu set up. So go into your menu, and I already have my my menu set up there. Make sure you save it. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know how to do that. And then just set up your page, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have done that. But since I haven't set up my page, I just wanted to show you guys that I'm starting from scratch, so you guys aren't gonna miss out on anything there. Totally forgot to mention, make sure that you have these two themes downloaded. The first one is going to be the Hello Elementor theme, and then the second one will be the Plox. When we create the second method of creating the header, that's when we're going to use a Plox. But for right now, just start off with the Hello Elementor theme. Okay, so head over to your pages, and then let's go ahead and add a page. And then let's edit this with Elementor. And then let's use the Elements kit here, and just to grab a quick template. I really like their templates, so I highly suggest you get this plugin and just use it on your website overall. It could really help you out design wise. So let's go ahead and actually just choose let's choose this one. This might take a little while to load. Sometimes it does this. It's probably because I'm on a local server, so that's why it might take a little bit longer than usual. But if it does take long, you can just skip the video, but it shouldn't take that long. Usually it actually does get on here. So okay, there we go. All right. So now what we're gonna want to do is, as you can tell, if you were to go to the menu, you would see, well, you know, where's my template, right? Well, it's because we're not able to update it here. So what I would suggest doing is just go into any of these modules, and then yeah, just go into any of these modules here. And I would just go ahead and just start, and I would just add something in there and then just delete it, whatever you want to do, and then just update it. And the second you update it, it's kind of a little bug there, but it might do that sometimes, right? So there you go. And then since we're already in here, head over to your settings icon, and then you're going to want to make the page layout into a Elementor full width, and then just go ahead and click update. You probably could have done that before, you know, without even editing it and then just saving it. And then that probably would have ended up updating the template as well. So there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now that that's all done. All right. So now we just want to edit our header. So we're gonna go back to the dashboard here, and I know that I probably could have used that other page, but that's fine. And then we're gonna go into the Elements kit, and we're gonna go into My Templates. and then we're going to click add new, and we're going to call this the header, and we're going to make sure it's selected on header and entire site. Now you can only do entire site, you can't do singular pages. Let's say that you want a header for a specific page, you can't do that with this with Elements Kit, but you can do that with the second method. But just in case you don't need that, then you can just use this this method just to have the header on the entire website. So you're gonna go ahead and click edit and then edit content. And then the part that I really like about Elements Kit Lite is that it actually comes with pre-made headers. So I'm actually gonna choose one of their pre-made headers. So I'm just gonna choose, let's see, you can really just start off with any of these. Some of these are actually pro, you'll notice that. Like this one's a pro, this one's a pro, but these aren't pro. So I'm gonna go with, yep, I'm gonna have to go with this one. So let's go ahead and insert. All right, there we go. And now we just gotta select our menu here. There we go, and we're gonna move this to the right. And look at that, that's already all set up there. If you wanted to go ahead and change your logo, you can go ahead and do that. You can change your logo to anything. On the second method, I will probably create one more more custom and more from scratch. But for the first method, I'm just showing you guys that it's very easy. You can go ahead and play around with this. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know how to use Elementor. But like I said, the second method, I will kind of be going through this a bit more. I know some of the icons aren't working here. Let's just remove some of them. Let's go ahead and remove those. And let's go ahead and see how this looks like on the tablet. So on the tablet view, I would actually move this over a bit. I'd probably make this a little bit smaller. So, and then have this one over, and then move this one over so it all moves over. And let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. Probably make the logo a little bit smaller if we can. So make the logo a little bit smaller. And then instead of having this appointment there, I would actually make this invisible for the mobile version. So there you have it. And now I would actually center this part here. So I would center this, and then let's go ahead and actually edit our mobile menu. So I definitely don't want to have that an icon, a logo there. So you actually can. You know what? Let's actually add a logo there. So let's go ahead and do that. And then now you will see that it does kind of give you a little glitch. It does kind of glitch out a little bit, but that's just what you have to work with sometimes when you're using these free plugins. But as you can tell, it does work. The logo is there. Let's see here. Now let's say you wanted to actually remove the logo and you just want the menu, which I would probably just want to have the menu there. And you can go ahead and have that. Let's say you want to change these colors here. You would go in here, and then it would be the hamburger, or is that the, what is it, hamburger style? It's usually called hamburger, but okay. You would go in here, and then you would actually click on background color. So it would probably be, see if this is it right here. No, that's not it. Let's see. Close. It would be the close one. Here it is. This one. All right. It'd be right here. There we go. And it would probably be the hover. So let's go ahead and edit the hover. Okay, there we go. Color. All right. Let's make the color blue. So you can go ahead and make that blue if you wanted to, and then that blue there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if we can actually edit the text as well. Sometimes these are a little bit tricky here, so let me go ahead and exit this, and you can actually edit the color of that as well. So if you did want to change that, as you can tell, you can change that to any color here. Most people would actually make it black, and then we would have like a white. Let's see, the icon would make it white. And then let's go ahead and click on this again. Okay, there we go. And we definitely want to make that icon color white when it's a hover. Oh, that's not it right there. Probably just makes it. Okay. There we go. On the hover, it'd probably be this one. No, it's not that one, guys. So let's see, close, hover. Like I said, sometimes when you're dealing with these free versions, there tends to be some issues sometimes. So, oh, there we go. It's right here. Just couldn't see that. There we go. I don't know why that took so long, but anyway, so now that I got that done there, as you can tell, if you were to actually, save it. You can see that we have the menu now. Let's go ahead and actually see this in mobile so we can see how that looks like there. Oops. Bring this down a bit. Okay, now if we were to actually click on this, see, you can actually see that there, and that's already all set up. Okay. Now let's go see how that looks like on our website. Now, the reason why you'll notice that your page isn't showing up is because we haven't set our page to the default home page yet. So if you haven't done this, go into settings and reading, and then go in here and go into home and click save changes. Now go back, and there you have it. Now, we do want to make this a sticky menu. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the header. And we're just going to make this this portion right here into a sticky menu. So we're going to click on the top here, and we're going to go into advanced, and you're going to see sticky header effects. So you're going to turn this on, and we're going to want it for all platforms. So it's going to be desktop, tablet, and mobile. So now let's go back to home. Let's go ahead and scroll down. There we go. And there is our sticky header. As you can tell, I have the WordPress bar in the way, but if we were to log out and check it out, you would just be able to see the sticky header. And this actually looks like a really nice header. Yeah, so now let's go ahead and actually do the second method. Now we're going to go into our plugins, and we're going to go ahead and actually deactivate Elements Kit Lights, and we're going to go ahead and activate Elementor header, footer, and blocks. And then you see here, it's going to tell us that we need to use a different theme that's supported with this plugin. So we're going to go ahead and go into themes, and we're going to activate blocks. And that's what I was talking about earlier about the blocks. So now you're going to go into your appearance, and you're going to go in header footer builder, and you're going to click add new, and then we're going to call this the header, and then we're going to select where we want this header to show up. So this can be either in the header, before the footer, however you want to do it, but you can have it the entire website. You can have all singulars, or we can do specific pages, which is what probably a lot of you guys would want to do, is just do specific pages. So what you would do, you would just type in your page, whatever that may be, So I could, if I wanted to, I could just do the home page. I only created one page, so that's why only one page is coming up. But for this example, we're just gonna do the entire website. And this could be, you can just leave this as is, doesn't really matter. But if you did want this for specific users, you could. So let's go ahead and click publish. And let's click edit with Elementor. All right, and now let's go ahead and actually create our menu. So we're gonna create 3 sections here. This is gonna be probably for our search. This one's gonna be for our menu in the middle there, and this one at the end is gonna be for our logo. And first, let's go ahead and grab our logo. Let's add an image. Let's go ahead and use, let's use this one this time. Okay. That's perfect there. Now let's go grab our menu. So we're gonna go nav menu, and we're gonna grab the default nav menu. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we select the menu 1. And I notice off the bat, you're gonna see that we do have some issues here. So let's go ahead and clean that up. So the first thing that we wanna do is we wanna push this to the right. This we can leave it as is. We probably wouldn't deal with that later on. That's for mobile. Okay. And then let's go ahead and remove this background and let's make it white, or you can just completely, but if you actually do clear it, it actually does turn into blue. So let's just go ahead and just make it transparent there. And then let's remove these backgrounds here on each menu. So we're also gonna make this transparent as well, and then we just need to make our text black. There's a little bug going on right now with Elementor where if you just choose one of these, it won't even update if you haven't moved this around. All you got to do is just move it around, and then that's how you can get that to work. And then let's make sure that we center this right here. So you're gonna go ahead and center that. And as you can tell, there's kind of some spacing under here that I don't really like. So we're gonna try to just remove that spacing if we can there. Okay, so that did do it. But it also did make everything just kind of squish up together there. So let's go ahead and actually separate those. So let's do from the right. Should be good. Actually, you know what? Let's make sure we unselect this. And then we kind of spread these out a bit. I think that would be good. Obviously, if you have more pages, then you can make this a lot smaller. But since I only have about 4 pages, then I'm fine there. So if you are having this little bug there where, you know, this thing isn't really centered and it's not really centered with your logo. So what you're going to do is make sure you click on the menu. And then you're going to go into advanced. And then you're going to go into margins. And we're just going to want it from the top. We're going to want to do, actually, sorry, it's going to be from the bottom. On the bottom, we're just going to want to do negative. Probably just pretty much bring it down until you see it line up with the logo. Once you see it line up with the logo, you can just leave it as is. Okay, and now let's go ahead and add a button there. Okay, there we go. Now we can go ahead and add a button here. So I do need to update this to add a button. Hopefully this is something quick. Upgrade to font, awesome. Continue. Oh wow. So it actually didn't even save. Wow, look at that. It didn't save. Now let's at least see if we can have the button there. Okay, so we can have a button. I'll just recreate that really fast, guys. So don't, if you guys did wanna if you did want to skip this part until I recreate it, that's fine, but I'm gonna literally do this really quick here. But you guys can just go ahead and actually skip the video if you guys need to. go. Let's go over here. Bring this out. Here, bring this down. Let's go ahead and center this like we did. That looks about right. Okay. Let's go ahead and actually make our logo a little bit smaller. That fits perfectly. Okay. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger. Let's make sure that lines up. All right. So now let's go ahead and extend this a bit more, just like that, and let's add our button here. And let's go ahead and click this box here, and let's go ahead and put this in the middle. And let's go ahead and just set up our button there. So we're gonna go into border radius. You're gonna probably set this to about 100, or you can set it to, I'd set this to, let's see here. Was I, oh, okay, I was on the wrong one. Okay, no wonder. Let's set this to, oops, definitely not. Let's set this to 50. 50 will work. And then can have something like contact us now. Actually, usually you just have contact us. So let's just go ahead and have contact us there. Let's make the text uppercase. Let's make this color a red color. I think a nice red color would be good. Yeah, red color would be good there. So I'm kind of thinking we need to line this up more with the button. That's just what I'm thinking. So let's bring this up a bit there. That should be fine with the logo. Okay. And then let's kind of change the color of this. So you know what? Let's make this into a black color. First, I'll show you. Actually, let's have this kind of a gray color here. So let's just make that a little bit of a gray color. And then let's remove those backgrounds again. You guys probably already did set it up already. So on your end, it probably would not be like this. You'd most likely have it like this already. Okay. Alright, so now that that is set up there, looks like a nice menu there. We're gonna go ahead and actually just make sure that this is responsive as well. So actually, you know what? Let's add something at the top, because I know that some of you guys probably like to add something at the top. So we can go ahead and actually add another section, and we can have on one side, we can have our logos, sorry, our icons. Let's see, some social signals, social icons, I mean. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller here. We probably want to remove the background. So let's do custom. And then let's see what we can do here. We could probably just do, you know what, we're gonna have to probably make these white, since I'm gonna want to make this top part black. Okay, and then let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller there. To make sure that we set this up about the same. Let's do about 1120. Oops, sorry. 1120. And let's set this one up to about 1120 as well. Okay. Let's go see if we can maybe bring this button to the right. Alright, just so then it lines up. You always want everything lined up perfectly. And then on this side, we can go ahead and maybe add some phone numbers and an email. So So let's go ahead and do a contact list, an icon list. So let's make this into, let's do this, let's type in phone icon, oops, phones, and then let's go ahead and actually type in a random number here. You can do 555. Oops, let's go fix that there. Okay. And then let's go ahead and add an email. So I don't know, call this my website at email.com. And then let's go ahead and actually get an envelope in there. Let's make this text probably, this is a hover effect actually, so let's clear this. You probably want to gray this out a little bit just so that it doesn't come out too much. We're probably going to do the same thing with the logos as well. That's fine. Not gonna spend that much time on that as well. And then the icons, let's go ahead and probably make it around the same color. Actually, the icons, you know what? The icons, you can make them really white. You can just make them completely white, or you can go ahead and actually make them red if you want to make sure. Oops. If you want to make sure that they actually do stand out, is you can make them red. And then we can go ahead and actually make these icons red as well. Oops. Just so then they stand out a bit more. But in my opinion, the white did look a lot better, so I'm gonna go with the white. All right, and I'm gonna actually fix this color a bit more. So just don't want it that gray, so let's just have it a little bit gray. Let's actually change the logo and see if we can find one that fits it a lot better. So this red one should fit it a lot better. Okay, I kind of want this to be a little, I want the header to be a little more slimmer. So the reason why it's not that slim is mainly because of the logo. So if we were to actually go in here and let's see if this works. There we go. So we can go ahead and do that. Go into advanced, and then at the bottom just do -22. And probably from the top you want to do the same just to lift it up a little more. Just to have that really slim header. I honestly like having my headers a little bit more slim, so it's up to you how slim you want to make those, but probably go about, this looks pretty good to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this and see how this looks. We still have to make this, we have to make sure it looks good on mobile, but let's see how it looks like on our website. I'm really liking how this looks like. I think this is just what the Plox theme is doing. Let's see if this loads here. Might be just because I'm on a local server. So I'm probably gonna remove this preloader on here. Yeah. Like I said, it could just be Plox, guys. So all right. Well, let's go ahead and actually, let me remove this part. And we'll let that load. Like I said, my local server is kind of slow. If not, I'm just going to fix Plox right now. But in the meantime, you shouldn't have a problem with that. So let's go ahead and actually make sure that this is mobile friendly. So first thing is on the desktop, make sure that this is still set to middle. All right. And let's go ahead and actually move this over a bit. And then click on this area there on the column, and then go ahead and go to your layout, and then the column width, you're just going to want to expand this a bit. Okay, until it reaches that end. Actually, we can probably make sure that they're kind of a little close together. So kind of gonna make sure, there we go. And then let's bring this up a bit. So I kind of want to make this logo a little bit bigger. Let's see if we can expand on that. So let's see if we can just make this logo a little bit bigger. That should be good. And then it's the column width, let's kind of shorten this a bit. And then let's go ahead and fix that there. Okay, so that's what that does there. Let's do the same thing on the top here just to bring it up a bit. Okay, that's perfect. And this top part is also looking good as well. And then let's go ahead and click on this and see what's going on there. So if you guys are having issues with this, I don't know if this isn't working, but if it's not, we're just I'll show you how to fix. I'll show you how to just use a different hamburger icon, and we can get that to work. So let me just actually see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do, this is the mobile version. Let's do about, I think 700 should be fine. No, it's probably going to be about 900. Alright, there we go. Okay, so as you can tell, we're having that issue whenever you click on this. It ends up expanding the entire header, which is something that you don't want to have. So let's go ahead and try to fix that. Like I said, working with free plugins, you tend to have these little bugs in here. So let's go in our mobile toggle and let's see if they have it on here. They might have this the setting. See, they don't have the setting on here. Usually in Elementor Pro they do, where when you expand this, it actually ends up coming down here instead of bringing down the header. It's usually in mobile toggle, but they don't have it here. Yep. But let's say that for you know what, for the tablet, we kind of don't want this hamburger bar. Let's see if we can actually change that a bit here. So and if we can't, we're just gonna have to use the Elements kit, which is fine because that works as well. All right, that is totally fine. So what we're gonna do is go back and we're gonna go into the Elements kit and we're gonna activate this. And what I would do is go into your templates and make sure you delete the header, because we don't want it to mess with our other header. So just trash that if you guys did create that. And then I want you to go to appearance and then go to header footer builder. Click on edit with Elementor. Okay. So now, since this clearly only works for the desktop, but doesn't seem to work that great for mobile. I mean, it does technically work, but it's pretty horrible. So let's just mobile optimize this part first, and then we'll deal with this menu. So let's go ahead on the column width. Let's shorten this a bit. So maybe do about 30. And let's make this about. We're gonna actually, since we did 30, we're gonna do 70. And we're gonna actually make sure this contact us is invisible. I usually don't like to show a contact us button on the mobile version, just only because it just takes up too much space. So if you don't know how to do this, just click on the, you can either click on the section or you can click on the icon. I usually just like to click on the actual column or the section, whatever you want to call it, the column, and then go into advanced, go into responsive, and then just hide on mobile. And as you can tell, we can see now that it's gone. It looks good. But this, let's go ahead and fix our social icons there. And this, this is fine as well. So that works. Yeah, that's fine there. Okay, now clearly this is not gonna work. So let's go see how it looks anyway. So let me just go back to. Oops, probably should have done 400 actually. All right, let's go ahead and actually update this. And there we go. So if we were to click on this, you can kind of see the issue, right? I mean, the menu looks fine, it looks good. If we actually wanted to change this icon, let me actually show you if you did want to change that icon. For some reason, if you did want to use this, I kind of wouldn't suggest using this. This is that. It's going to be this one right here then. Sorry, it's a border radius. What am I doing? Okay, so if you did want to maybe let's do 5. All right, there we go. And if you did want to change this color around, usually people do black or they do red. Red can work as well. So, and if we were to go ahead and update this and then relaunch this, and you would see that it's red now. So the only issue is that this ends up bringing down the header as well, which is horrible. But that is what happens when you're using a free plugin. So what you're gonna do now is actually go ahead and duplicate this. We're gonna duplicate this, and then you see this. You're gonna click on this top bar here on this top section, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually go to advanced and go to responsive, and we're gonna hide this on. We're gonna actually hide this on both views. We're gonna hide this on tablet and mobile. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and remove this. And you know what? No, actually, because we need that for tablet. So now let's go ahead and actually grab our mobile menu. So let's go with nav menu. So let's see how overlay. I know that overlay is a there we go. This one can work as well. Let's actually try this out because I actually have not tried this one out. Let's go ahead and save this and let's see how this looks like on the mobile version. Let's go ahead and click that. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. So I kind of like this. Obviously this is not in the right spot, but don't worry, we can easily fix that. So just head over, see if this works. If not, let's see if I can. No, this does not seem to work at all. So let's go ahead and go into advanced. And let's go ahead and click on this. And let's go in here, and then let's bring this. Here I am having an issue, guys, with this right now. As you can tell, I don't have the little arrows to bring this down to negative. So let's go ahead and refresh this. I did have it earlier. Let's figure out why. Let's go back to tablet. Sorry, to mobile. Let's see if I still have it. Ooh, yeah, we're still having that issue. So that is definitely a big issue there. Okay. It's probably just my version of Elementor or my server. So let's go ahead and actually let's see if I could just do this, because this is actually very frustrating that it doesn't. Okay, there we go. That actually did work. So that actually works a little better. So let's do 30. See, since I'm not able to bring it down, let's see if I can do the okay, there we go. All right, so I did figure it out. Okay, cool. All right, but that also works as well. So let's just go ahead and see how this. Let's see how this looks like on the tablet version. Let's refresh this. All right. Let's actually do 30. No, that one actually does not work at all. So See how that works. Okay. Okay, so that brought it down. So you know what? See if that works. I know that it does extend the menu a bit, but we can probably fix that as well. There we go. That actually is starting to work now. Like I said, guys, dealing with these free plugins, you tend to have these issues. But you can make it work. There we go. Okay. So now that we finally got that to work, now we're just gonna make it work on the mobile version. Mobile version as well, which actually it might already be working perfectly. So okay, so it does look like we need to fix that as well. So let's go ahead and actually do the same thing. Let's see how that works. Okay, honestly do not know this. It doesn't really make too much sense. Usually you would have to have this negative for it to go up, but there's really something wrong with this. But as you can tell, I did get it to work. But now the issue is that, oh, you know what? Well, we won't have this menu, the WordPress menu when you're on your phone, so it should be fine. So look at that. This looks really cool. So, all right, now that we're done with this one, let's go ahead and actually remove this one and let's use a different one here. This one might be a little bit easier. I did actually want to start off with this one. So I'm gonna actually add this one, and this one is the one that we were using for the Elements kit. You might recognize this one. You see there. So the issue with this one. Oops. The issue with this one is that whenever you try to look at it through the Elementor software, you can't really see the menu. So that is the only issue there. So let's go ahead and actually see how that looks like on your phone. All right. And that's fine. I mean, we did remove the logo, so I don't like having the logo at the top. But we definitely do want this to stick out a little bit more. Most people won't be able to see this, right? So let's go ahead and go into style, and let's go into hamburger. So hamburger, or however you want to call this. It's usually hamburger, but okay, hamburger menu. But anyway, so let's go ahead and add the background there. We're gonna want to make this, actually we can make this red just to make this a little bit different. The Humber icon, we're gonna want to make this has some weird names to it. Let's see if, no, that's just for the border. So okay, all right, and now let's have a hover. We can make this white as well. Just leave it as it is right now. Okay. I'm just wondering how we're gonna have this close button look like. So I'm kind of wondering why it's not showing up there. Let's see here. It is kind of strange that the close button is not showing up. Here we even have the icon, which we can make it white. It might just be my menu, but it might just be my screen. But let's go ahead and try it out over here, and let's see if we have that same issue. Okay, it's probably just more on top. I probably just can't see it. Looks like actually it's not. Oh, let's go back. You should have it there. You should have it there. So if not, just let me know. but I would honestly just use a different plugin for that menu. I would use probably the one that I showed you before, but this one usually does work. If you did try the other method, it would work as well. There's just a lot of different ways to make these menus or these headers, and it's like when you're using the free version, there's just, like I said, so many different ways, and they might not work that well. So you just gotta make sure that you just find the way that works best for you, for your website. So it just really all depends. I would honestly highly suggest getting the pro version. The pro version actually does limit you from using all that. Like, you don't need to use all that anymore. It all comes in compact with the pro version. The pro version comes with their own like menu. Comes with pre-built headers for you, so it all just comes together. But I remember when I was first starting out, I would want to build them for free, just because I was always on a budget as well. So I could understand why you may want to like create them for free. So, and if you're just starting out, then yeah, I would kind of suggest doing it for free as well. But if you're a little bit more advanced, then you should definitely get the pro version of Elementor. So that's it for the header. Now I'm gonna actually show you guys how to create the footer really quick. Sure, most of you guys probably know how to do that, but if you don't, you can definitely stick around. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna start to upload a lot more videos. And there's a lot of things that I know about building websites with Elementor. I've been doing it for a while now. It's actually my job, so it's kind of what I do for a living. So I definitely just from experience, I know that there's a lot of things that people may have issues with, that I could hopefully resolve and just make tutorials on. Or you can just go ahead and contact me through any of my social links, and we can just go from there, and maybe I can help you guys out. So, and if you do need some consulting, you can just head over to my website and contact me through there. And yeah, I can definitely help you guys out in whatever you guys need. So, okay, so let's go back here. I know this is going to be a pretty long video, and I know that some things weren't perfect, but this is just kind of the day-to-day with Elementor and with WordPress. When you're using a lot of like free plugins, there tends to be issues. You just need to learn just to work around it and like figure out a way for everything. Because there's always like a way to do things, and yeah, sometimes it could be frustrating, and finding videos like these will probably help you guys out. So let's go ahead and go into your which one should we do? Okay, so I'm honestly just gonna go with just using the header footer builder. And now that we already have it installed, we might as well just use it. I'll also go through the elements kits, but that will be very brief, just because they already have templates for you already set up. But I'm probably just gonna do the same, because I actually do have a video that I uploaded a while back that does show you how to go through the footer. But I just want to show you on this video as well, just in case you just want to continue watching. So let's just do entire website footer, and let's go edit with Elementor. And then let's go ahead and see now let's go into our blocks and see if they have a footer for us. Now usually they don't. They do, but they're all pro versions. Like I said, they're all gonna be pro versions, so they don't have not even one that's free. But luckily we can go on elements kits, and we can go on footer. But if you do want to create one from scratch, I can go ahead and show you how to do that as well. So let's go ahead and add our I'm gonna probably do this part pretty quick. So make the background color black. Let's add an extra section. So one side is going to be our social links, and then one side is just going to be our copyright. So let's go ahead and actually add a title here, and this will be our copyright. So I don't have the little copyright icon, but you guys can go ahead and use that. I honestly I don't want to have to go and grab it somewhere, but you could just do usually it's copyright. I mean, usually you don't even have to do copyright. You can just you already have it in there. I mean, the little icon means copyright, so but I can do copyright at, you know, whatever website you want to call it. But usually it's copyright, the little icon, and then it's like it's your website. So let's do my website, and then you can just do all rights. Usually just people do all rights reserved. So and then let's go ahead and customize the text here. Probably gray this out a bit, and let's make the text a lot smaller, a little bit slimmer. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and actually put this in the middle. Like I said, you could just go on Google and type in copyright icon. It'll come up. I honestly just don't have it on me, so I would search it up on Google, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about there. Actually, I could probably bring it up from using the Elements Kits templates, but I'm not going to. So let's go ahead and actually go to let's search for our icons here. And let's add our icons. Something I usually like to do is I just like to go into the watch. This is what I like to do. Instead of making the icons again, right? I would just edit this page. I would just go back, edit this header, and then just, you know, copy this. As you can tell with, let me show you what I'm talking about. It'd probably be easier if I just show you. This is gonna be a really long video. Let's go into pages, and let's edit this with Elementor, and then I can show you what I'm talking about. So it's just so then you don't do things twice. You never really want to be designing things twice. So just let that load up here. All right, so it's blocks, guys. Let me just fix that. You know what? This is just driving me crazy. So it's not even letting me see my template. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get another theme, because right now I could fix it, but I'm not gonna spend that much time on this. So Plox is just really acting up. I know that you can use Astra as well, just in case. If you're wondering, I would just with the header footer plugin, you can just use Astra. If you want to just use that, just use Astra. It's just driving me crazy. So let's go ahead and go into our header footer, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit this here. There we go. And let's grab our icons from here. So this is what I mean. Just, you know, you don't ever want to really do things twice. So just paste these. You already have them there. You might as well just use them. And then just maybe gray these out, or turn them. You can make them red, or, you know, like I said, gray them out a bit. You know, there we go. All right. And now let's go ahead and add another section at the top here. So this will be a section like this. Usually what you can do is I would probably also make this black, but I wouldn't. But I would make it a lighter black. So just when it comes out a little more, so like that. And then I would actually have the logo here. So let's go ahead and add the logo there. Usually people like to do that. Something I like to do sometimes as well. Usually you would go ahead and add the menu, so you could go ahead and add the nav menu if you wanted to. The issue is that I actually wouldn't do that, because right now it actually doesn't, it glitches out. So I would just add this manually. So I would just do that. I would just grab the icon list, guys. and I would just, I would grab the icon list. It's fine. Let me add a title to this as well. So you'd go over here at the top and type in menu. Maybe grade this out a bit. Make the text a little smaller. Let's go ahead and remove these, and then you can even remove this. It's not really necessary. And then just put home. What else other pages? Home. I think there's about contact us. And then I think there's what else? Services. Alright, services. So let's go ahead and fix that there. That was it, right? Home about services, contact us. Okay. Alright. And let's probably make this color a lot lighter than that. That should be fine. That works for me. Then over here you can have you can even have a subscribe bar, but with the free version you kind of can't do that. So what I would actually do instead is I would just put some basic contact information on there. So I would just grab this, copy this, paste it in here, and then just go ahead and do contact us. Grab this and then paste it in here. Sorry if there's any background noise, guys. And then just go ahead and, you know what I would do actually is, since we already have it made for us, let's go ahead and grab this here and let's paste it in here instead. And then let's just let's go ahead and click this icon there, and just have them just on top of each other. So and if you guys, I would add something extra here. You know, you could go ahead and add what else can you add? Like a location, right? Usually people like a location, so maybe you can do building, you know, like, or you can even just put the house if you want, the house icon. Just search for the house icon and then just put, I don't know, 13 my address, however you want to do it, you know, like it's not really important how you want to do it, go about doing that. So yeah. And this is just something very basic, and then you just want to give it some space at the bottom. So go into, click on the section, go into advanced. I know I kind of do stuff kind of fast, I'm sorry, but I hope you guys can catch on from there. And then from the top padding, you're just gonna want to go, you just gotta always remember the padding is inside and then the margin is outside, if you guys don't know. And that's it there. So look at that. I mean, that looks decent enough. I would probably end up going about, I would actually add one more column would kind of just make it fit. Usually contact is all the way on the side, and you can have some other information here. I don't know what information you would want to have, but yeah, you can go probably add maybe you can add a video in there or anything that you want. Just kind of gonna leave that up to you, however you want to go about adding that. I mean, you can even go in here and we can even go look at some ideas here if we wanted to, you see. So there's a lot of things you can kind of do with that. So I'm just gonna leave that part up to you. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how to do it just with the second method. So we're gonna go and delete, deactivate this one, just because I don't need it. And then, you know what? Let's activate it because we do have our header in there. So I'm gonna just go back into appearances, header, footer, and I'm just gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove the footer just because I want to build it with Elements Kit, because that will be our second method. And then we're gonna go into my templates. Now the only issues with this, like I said, is that you can only do it on the entire site. But if you want to mix them, you can end up mixing it with header, footer plugin, and then just using the templates from Elements Kits, which is something I would highly suggest doing instead. So you would just go into header footer, plug in same thing that we just did, and then just use the Elements kits templates that are already pre-made for you for the headers, for the footers, sorry. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So, because this one will be a lot faster because there's already templates for you. So some of them are pro, but some of them aren't, like this one. This is kind of similar to the one that we created. So you can go ahead and do something like this. I know that they have more links, so I could just go ahead and actually choose, you know, you could just add your, I know that here are just kind of posts, so if you had any posts, it'd probably be down here. And then you can add an Instagram feed. I do have a video on how to add an Instagram feed as well, so if you want to go look and find that video, probably help you guys out. So this is the ad sign I was talking about. Like, you could just grab it, copy it, and paste it on there however you wanted to do that. So yeah, so that's about it for this video. I know that it was probably a pretty long video, but it was a video that I definitely needed to address just because I know that was some issues, and I'm sure now so it'll probably be, this video will be better quality. I know that some of you guys were saying that the quality of the video wasn't that great, but I hope it is a lot better. And let me just show you how this all looks now, just so then we have some finished product here. And if I have to fix this, I will, so don't worry about that. So let me just go ahead and fix this real quick. So the reason why it's doing that is because, first of all, this one right here is only supposed to be for sorry, it's only supposed to be for the tablet and mobile version. So then, there we go. Now that we have that fixed up, let's go to our home. You probably noticed that my header did not work. Sorry, my footer was not working at all. And we can definitely make this a sticky menu. I know that it probably was not sticky because I didn't set that up to be a sticky, but if you even wanted to get in here and make sure that it's sticky, you can go ahead and just do that. Click update. But I did go through this earlier, so sometimes there's little bugs here. Let's go ahead and actually, yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's because I chose the wrong one. I mean, you guys saw that I did actually change that, so that's kind of weird that that started doing that. And then our footer, if we actually did want to make sure that we have that set up. The reason why our footer isn't showing up on here is because we're using both of them. We're using this plugin for our header, for our footer, and then we're using this one over here, the header footer builder, for our header. So what I would actually do is just click add new. This isn't really important, but in case some of you guys were saying that you know, that I wasn't setting that up properly, well, do entire site. And I know that this video was kind of just all kind of, you know, not really, it was a little all over the place, but it was just really to show you guys how to create a solid header. Just because with Elementor, there's, like I said, there's a lot of ways of doing it. So I would go into footers, and then let's go ahead and just add this one here really quick. And let's go ahead and just add something random just so that we can save it there. And then let's just finish this off right here and show you guys how everything works properly. Alright, so there you go. We have our sticky header there, and everything seems to work great. And even on mobile it should work perfectly as well. So there we go. See, and our little icon is working there now. And this is mobile optimized as well, so all set up there. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you guys do have any questions, just kind of let me know in the comments, and I'll probably answer them, or I'll make another video on it. Or you can just contact me through my social links or on my website. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.